Hello and welcome to the first ever Menage a Trois episode of Pump the Brakes. I'm the host, Eric Evans. We are joined today by Blake Amaron again and OG Andrew St. Arnold.
OG.
What it do, boys?
What it do, baby?
Today's episode, we will be discussing all things fantasy football related. We will do some daily fantasy, which I need literally all the help I can get on. We're going to be giving out some sleepers, breakouts, bust, this, that, the other. I do want to preface before we start. If you don't do fantasy content every day, you are going to be left behind. So I put part one in the title. We might do another one before the season starts, but it is impossible to get all of your fantasy content in, an hour and 15 minutes, however long we end up going. So everybody keep that in mind. We are going to try and cram as much information and nuggets as we can, but I just want it on record that it is nearly impossible to do.
You're on the record.
We're on record. Okay. Oh, look at all these comments already. Look at that.
I gotta get the comments on. Hold on.
Oh boy. I do want to start by saying Andrew and I played a little midday round of golf, and it went horribly.
About as bad as you could expect.
It was about listen, when you start playing best ball 4 holes in, it's not a good day.
Yeah.
Not a good day.
I thought for once I could get through with 5 balls, and those 5 balls were gone in the first 3 holes.
Yeah,
so
not good. We're going to start out with the breakouts and the bust. Is there anything specifically that you guys look at when determining who will be a breakout and who will be a bust?
Go ahead, Andrew.
I mean, no, other than just looking at what's going on. Sometimes when teams are going through rough phases, I think that's kind of a sign for a bust. But I mean, I don't know. For fantasy football, I can never tell. I'm usually 100% wrong about everything. So,
well, I'm glad you're on this episode. That's
we're going to try to break the curse right here.
That is great to know. Okay, Ham, anything you specifically?
Yeah, my theme throughout the night for breakout is going to be the Patriots' entire offense. Oh. I am all in on the New England Patriots offense this year. I think I actually talked myself into betting them to win the Super Bowl earlier. So I've got some nuggets. That's just kind of I looked at all the questions on the outline, and I think everything's going to be, New England, Mac Jones, Devontae Parker, Jacoby Myers. I'm just so all in on their offense this year.
Okay.
Would you let me tell you why now, or you want me to wait?
Yeah, no. So let's start. We got breakouts. If you want to go ahead. Lead them
yeah,
off.
So I'm all in on the Patriots offense, skill players, Mac Jones, Devontae Parker. I don't know if you saw this little nugget I saw on Twitter today. The Patriots have eliminated the fullback position. So Jacob Johnson was their fullback last year. He played 25% of snaps. Those 25% of snaps, they ran the ball 80% of the time. Well, Jacob Johnson went back home to wherever he's from in Europe. I forget. Somewhere over Europe. He goes back home. He gets a tell-all interview hey, they just eliminated the position. It doesn't exist anymore. The Patriots are not going to have a fullback. The Patriots – so what happens when you don't have a fullback, right? Let's talk about that. When you don't have a fullback, you start running more 3 wide receiver sets.
Yep.
When the Patriots ran 3 wideouts last year, they threw the ball 70% of the time. I think Belichick has grown quite tired of this, I'm old, I'm not willing to get up with the times, blah, blah, blah. Then he goes and promotes Matt Patricia to offensive coordinator, right? And everybody's like, what? Matt, you are stupid, yada, yada, yada. And I just think they're going to come out and air raid this year. I think Mac's going to be throwing it 35, 40 times a game because Belichick said Mac Jones is making strides. He's looking great. Belichick's not a coach speak guy, right? He's not going to sit there and blow smoke up. He's going to tell it like it is. So, I told you, I don't really play in a fantasy league. I play daily fantasy, and I bet. So my angle this entire year is just betting the Patriots overs. I want to be all in. When I'm doing daily fantasy stacks, I just want to be all in on the Patriots. I think their opening week line against the Dolphins is 43.5 or 44. I'm all in on the over. I think the Patriots. I think Bill's got something to prove this year.
Well, all right. Well, let me ask, do you think this is more based on the potential new scheme that they will be running, or are you
Yes,
a
correct.
literal Mac Jones believer?
No. This is scheme only.
Okay.
So when they ran 3 wide last year, they threw it 70% of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So 25% of their snaps were taken with a fullback, Jacob Johnson. He's gone. The position is eliminated. You look on the depth chart.
I understand all that. I just didn't know if you're all in on the Patriots,
No, it's not because of Mac. Mac's going to be more of like a product of what they're trying to do.
Right. Okay.
I love the Patriots. I looked at every question you said, and I was like, I just love the Patriots. Like, I just Patriots everything. So I'm gonna bet the Patriots over until the books adjust, which will probably be like week 5 or week 6 if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be all in on the Patriots. So if I'm doing any kind of DK week 1 lineup, I'm just stacking the Patriots. Like, I'm all in.
Okay. Andrew, who was your breakout?
I had a couple of them. I really like DJ Moore this year. I think, whereas he has been a stud in the past, I think I don't know why. I mean, he's always put up, over 1,000 yards. I think he put up over 1,200 yards the past 3 years, but he's only had 4 touchdowns for the past 3 years. So I think this year is going to be the year where he starts catching those touchdowns. And, I mean, obviously continues the yard streak. I mean, I don't really think Baker coming in is a upgrade necessarily, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll spark some life in there. And then my other one was Miles Sanders.
I love DJ Moore. Obviously his downside his whole career has been lack of touchdowns, but there's no doubting his skill set. He's one of the elite talents at the position. But yeah, he's just never been a touchdown guy.
Let me ask you a question, both of you fantasy guys. What do you consider a breakout? Because here's the reason I'm asking that is, right, Allen Robinson.
Yep.
Never played with a quarterback worth a shit.
Nope.
Now he's playing with Matt Stafford.
Right.
He's going to go for him. It's going to be.
Well, can we?
Nuts, right.
Are you specifically asking about him? Because if you are, I will be discussing him.
But I'm saying, is that a breakout or is it like
no? He's already broken out. He's already a
stud.
Okay. For me, a guy that I think is going to break out this year, Jerry Judy. That's my guy. He's going 59th overall. All of these rankings that I pulled up is according to Fantasy Pros, who takes the average of like the industry and puts it into one list. He's going as the number 26 wide receiver, which is honestly a little bit higher than I expected. But with the addition of Russell Wilson and just the talent that he possesses, and, even with Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick, there's enough weapons there to where it's not all focused on Judy defensively. I think Judy's going to have a monster year. And
that'll be another good stack team with him and Sutton.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, he's going 59th overall as the number 26 wide receiver. If he finishes 12th at the position, I wouldn't be stunned at all.
I can see that. What do you think about this? Here's one a little off the radar. The Giants.
No.
You're no Brian Daboll, Kadarius Toney, Daniel Jones, nothing.
I mean,
dude, we talked about their win total.
I would consider those guys, and this industry everything is so out in the open now. Like nothing is a secret anymore. I would consider those guys more sleepers because if you can get them, like I'll pull up Kadarius Toney specifically because I do like Toney.
Yeah.
But of course nothing's working. Why would it?
I don't know. I kind of like the Giants offense. When I saw that their win total was 7.5, I felt like that's kind of a trap, right?
Dude, that's so many wins. Blah, blah, blah. That's so much.
Did you know that Daniel Jones was one of the best? I think he was the best thrower of the football over 25 yards last year.
Yeah. See, when you tell me something like that, like that's so cherry picked how they get that.
I mean, I guess it's a fact. I don't know. I'm just saying, you want to take a true breakout.
Anyway, the point of what I was trying to say is, since I can't pull it up, I would consider those guys more sleepers.
Okay, I'll see what you're saying.
If you're still going to be 30th at the position, like that's not breaking out. That's you being drafted as 55th and ending up 30. So
Daniel Jones does have wheels. That's a fact.
He
getting a little feedback from the crew back here.
No balance.
He's truly horrific.
Daniel Jones has got wheels. That's a fact. I don't know.
Andrew St. Arnold is a better quarterback than Danny Dimes.
Jeez. I feel like I could get some good Daniel Jones prop bets since you all think he sucks. I'm kind of a Danny Dimes guy. I think.
Are you?
Yeah. He cleans up the
turnovers. When he came out, because I was watching his. I mean, when you watch his tape from college at Duke, they're dimes that he's putting, but his receivers are dropping him. I think that's always been his issue. He's always had receivers to drop. But I haven't been.
You could say that about any mid-level college quarterback.
Yeah, but you're like, let's have a breakout, right? Let's have a hot take. Danny Jones over 3,500 passing yards, taking the over the under.
See, that's not a lot of yards.
That's just not. It's not a lot. You're right. Let's do 3,500 is fair.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. And if your fairness yardage is 3,500, like I'm not interested, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what the Vegas line would be. I would have suspected somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's not enough for me. Ham, since you let off breakouts, give me one of your big busts.
Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Oh God,
fading the Packers all year. I'm off the Packers. Minnesota Vikings are winning that division. I'm so off the Packers. Done. I think Rodgers.
I think I said it to you the other night, Eric, at the bar. I said I don't like Aaron Rodgers at all.
Yeah, you don't like Rodgers. Yeah, I agree.
You guys are insane.
Yo, you think so?
I mean,
dude, he's throwing to Alan Lazard. You saw what he said the other day?
I do not care who he's throwing to.
Did you see what he said when they asked him about what's it going to be like going from Devontae to Lazard?
Yeah.
He's like one Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer.
Well, obviously you know why he said that, because Adams was asked the same question, what's it like going from Rodgers to Carr? And he's
to Carr. Yeah.
Oh, it was so hilarious.
Hey, the book is still out on Derek Carr Hall of Fame, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
The book is out. He's young.
He's young.
Yeah,
he's good. Super Bowls all of a sudden or something crazy. The book is out. I'll tell you like this, he's got a better shot of making it than Alan Lazard does.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes. All right, so get me. Aaron Rodgers is your bust. Okay. I mean, he's going as quarterback 12. Does that change anything for you?
Yeah, because that's not really. I guess that's not that high, huh?
No.
Yeah, like I said, I don't play a fantasy league. I do just daily DraftKings.
Just in comparison,
I'll be fading the Packers all year, pretty much.
That is essentially the last starting quarterback off the board.
Makes sense.
That is Aaron Rodgers. Like, now again, I know you're not really going fantasy average draft position talk when discussing this. You're more just talking in terms of a statistical decline. But again, you're getting all my guys. We'll get into Aaron Rodgers specifically a little later. Andrew, give me one of your busts.
That was mine. Was Aaron Rodgers?
Right? Jesus, this is literally the most talented player to ever play the position.
I don't know. Top 15 might be a stretch. I think he ends up outside the top 10 fantasy quarterbacks this year.
Oh, hold on. Timeout. Can I get a quick timeout? Derek Evans, do you own like Rodgers in a dynasty league? Or are you trying to inflate his stock?
No, I don't.
Okay, I think I own him on one of them.
You want to know the worst transaction in fantasy football I've ever in fantasy sports?
Well, but if I could pull up the double penetration site, I could fucking find thousands of them. Jesus Christ!
It was his second or third year in the league, and I was like, you know what? You know who I really like this year? I really like Jason Campbell. I dropped Aaron Rodgers for Jason Campbell.
Just in like a regular league though, not like a dynasty league.
No, it was a dynasty league.
It was a dynasty league?
Oh yeah, it's still going on today. Yeah.
That's brutal.
You should put that.
My biggest bust is actually a player that I do like, Michael Pittman. He's going 32nd overall as the number 12 receiver off the board. And I know he's got this great quarterback upgrade because Carson Wentz is so terrible.
He's awful.
I just don't see Pittman being a top 20 wide receiver. And that's fine because, he finished at 17 last year, and that was with AJ Brown being hurt. There was a lot of injuries at that specific position. There was another name Like, there's just so many other receivers. Like, I would much rather Keenan Allen. I would rather DJ Moore. I'd rather Terry McLaurin. I'd rather Deontay Johnson. I'd rather GK.
Let me ask you this.
I'd rather all these.
So let me ask you this. You're talking to a guy that's just doing this regular PPR fantasy league. With that being said, are you waiting on receiver? Like, you going maybe round 3, round 4? Or are you going to go to the top of the board? What is your plan, I guess?
All right. Well, it specifically is draft position dependent.
Let's just hypothetical. You got the middle of the pack, 1-6. What are you doing?
I'm taking. I would rather a Cooper Kupp, a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson.
So you're still going receiver
over Joe Mixon.
Yeah. I think 1, 2, 3, you got to go with the 3 running backs, and then I think after that, I think it's tough if you can go either way.
And then you're just saying, I don't care what receiver I get down the road.
Yeah. Now, typically, I hoard running backs just because there's the odds of a running back getting injured are significantly increased over, a wide receiver, and with how the NFL has changed as far as passing. Like, there's just so much more yards to gain through the air than there are on the ground. So I prefer to get the elite running backs, but at 6, 7, like, would I take Najee Harris over Cooper Kupp? Yeah, 100%. And he's right now the 7th running back according to Fantasy Pros. So
okay, would you take that if Allen Robinson wasn't in LA?
Oh, that don't bother me at all.
That doesn't have anything to do. Okay, that's
no. I mean, because they were doing this with Kupp and Woods for years.
Oh yeah. But I mean, Robinson's a little better than Woods.
100%. But that offense is like the upgrade from Woods to Robinson isn't going to affect. Like, the offense is just so much better because he was doing that with Jared Goff. Now he's got Stafford.
I can't believe that first podcast I didn't mention the Rams. Like, what a boneheaded fucking.
Hey, you know what, dude? You came back. You rallied.
I did. I'm saying. You want to answer some questions real quick? We're getting a lot of
I just clicked on it.
Okay.
Reigning Dynasty champion right here. Beat the cheeks off Eric Amos. This is true. I faced Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in the championship game, and they put on a show.
All right. Who do you have winning the AFC West? By the way, the best division in football.
It's not even close.
Not even close. They can literally all make the playoffs. And
I would pick that right down.
Mm-hmm.
I have all 4 of those teams making the playoffs.
Take the AFC West or the field.
I mean, I'm still going to go the Chiefs.
Okay.
But if you told me any 4 team won it, I guess I would be shocked if the Raiders won the division.
Yeah, I would be too.
But I wouldn't be shocked. Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the Broncos just because I think the addition of Russ is something.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That and the Chiefs losing Tyreek Hill. I feel like the addition of Russ is more than the Chiefs losing Tyreek.
So I'll just be different. Then I'll take the Chargers, and I'm going to double that up, and I'm going to bet Brandon Staley to win Coach of the Year.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, because if the Chargers do win that division, as much as he goes for it on 4th down and does all this unconventional things, right, they're going to be like, oh, this guy's a genius,
Yeah.
So I think you can kind of double up, right? You can bet the Chargers to win the division, and you can – I think Staley's like 12-1. I think he is the favorite, but
really?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, Ham comment on Bregman hit a 2. No, he can't hit. Josh Allen for sale. No. I don't own him.
Stop. Here we go. Do you think Jonathan Taylor will have over or under 1,500 yards this year?
I'll take the under, just because it's so hard for running backs to double up.
Yeah,
he's a stud, but my God, he's one. You take the over?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, he's like one turf toe away from missing 2 games and not getting it.
You could say that about anybody.
Yeah, I know, but I always take the under on the running backs.
No, not me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was taking the over.
All right.
Taking the over, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take the under.
We'll do more comments here in a minute. We're going to transition to your best value pick. Now, I personally did this like outside of the top 100, but I mean, if you get Christian McCaffrey at 7 overall, like that will technically be a value. So, Ham, I know this isn't really your forte here. So, Andrew, what do you got?
I like A.J. Dillon. I think his ADP is like 58. I think he's going to outproduce Aaron Jones this year. I think he's going to be the red zone guy.
Yeah,
he's already I mean, I think he was like 12 or something in red zone touches last year.
Yeah, he's
in a primary or in a backup role. So.
What if?
And you've been seeing him all over social media.
What is Mac Jones' average draft position right now? It's got to be late, huh?
Yeah, that's probably
he's out of the top 100.
Oh,
Give me Mac Jones. He throws for 4,000 yards this year.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Okay.
My best value, and this is solely on the Deshaun Watson news, but if you can get Donovan Peoples-Jones, they have him at 209th overall at wide receiver 70.
No,
buddy, that is. And
dude, I
absolutely love that.
I have put People-Jones in so many DFS lineups to watch him go 0-0-0.
Okay, this is solely based on Deshaun. Dude, they just lost Odell, in the middle of the season.
Deshaun's going to be suspended minimum of 6 games.
Yeah,
there's no way he won't be suspended.
That's fine.
Okay.
No, he's definitely going to be. I'm saying if he's going to be suspended all year, then nix this. But he's got all of the opportunity to be.
I hear that about People-Jones every game. This is his game, right? This is People-Jones' game. Yeah, okay. That dude sucks.
You're absurd.
He's 6'4" and he runs fast. People love to fall in love with that shit.
Oh, guilty.
Yeah, guilty as charged. You and Jason Chapman.
Guilty. Also, I did have another one. My best value pick was actually going to be Aaron Rodgers. Getting him at QB 12 outside the top 100. I mean, sold. I would take him. I would take him as a 12th quarterback off the board every single time.
I mean, I guess I don't disagree with that. Like I guess that is a little different how you're saying it now. Yeah. I mean, like who are you going to take besides him? Like, yeah, I understand.
Especially at that point. Like,
But I'm just saying, like in general, like betting wise, and
I appreciate that twist.
Yeah, I'm a full fan of the Packers.
All right, and then I would like to know who's the guy that can win you your league. Who is? And I don't mean. I mean, yes, technically, a Jonathan Taylor is
Christian McCaffrey.
Is that your answer? I mean, well, I have him as like the second overall player.
What do you
not
mean?
Everybody does. So
you mean like who's an unlikely guy that can win your league?
I mean, yeah, you can end. I mean,
give me Jacoby Myers.
Okay,
Jacoby Myers can win you your league.
I like it.
All right,
I said Lamar.
I mean.
Yeah. I think if you're going to have, if he's going to have, I don't know. I think with J.K. Dobbins and everything coming back, I don't know if they're going to be as healthy as everybody's hoping for. So I think you're going to see a 1,200-yard rush, 3,500-yard pass. Lamar.
I don't hate Lamar to win the MVP, by the way.
Me either.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Ravens winning the AFC.
Did you see him that picture the other day?
I will. I want this on the record. I'm 100% on the Ravens to win the AFC North. I know we're going to do that next week, but
yeah. The division, yeah.
AFC North, I'm on the Ravens, no doubt.
Yeah, and I love the Bengals, obviously.
Of course, but the Ravens are winning that division.
Yeah, no, I agree. My league winner was actually just mentioned. It's J.K. Dobbins. He's 52nd overall as the number 23 running back. I think he's going to end up being top 10. When you are in a backfield with a running back, a running back in Lamar, like your holes are just wide open. That's why, like Kyle Shanahan, like he doesn't necessarily need a running back, but the way that he just motions his quarterback, it takes the defensive focus, like not on whoever is running the ball at the time. But you always see running backs, when Vic was playing. It's happening with Hurts, with RG3. Like these running quarterbacks make the running back's job so damn easy. And I'm all in on any running back.
Also, I'm glad you said Shanahan. I'm all in on Trey Lance as well. Yeah. I wanted to bet I told you that I wanted to bet the Niners win the Super Bowl, but I can't.
We come back to that. Okay. You're just 2 steps ahead of the game today. You're just ready to roll.
Well, no, I was going back to breakout. He would be a breakout. Well, I know breakout quarterback. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, but yes, you're technically correct.
Can we answer some live questions or no?
Yeah, go for
it. Jets win total is 5.5 this year. How do you like the over?
Nope.
No,
I like the over a lot.
No, one more year.
I like the
over a lot.
I like Zach Wilson.
One more year.
He's the kind of guy he's gonna lose you a lot of games, but he's gonna go win some games too.
Yeah. He's gonna make those mistakes and just chuck it over the middle, but he's gonna win some games for sure.
He's gonna win some games. All right, we answered that one. Do you think Julio Jones' trade for a second-round pick was a win for the Titans? No.
They really gave up a second for Julio?
The Titans did, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a fact. Is that Kevin Garrett drinking milk in the background? No, he is drinking Bud Light there.
That man loves milk.
Yeah, this is one I'd like to talk about. How about $72 million 3-year extension on DK in Seattle?
Love it.
How much is Debo about to get? He's worth more than DK Metcalf. Absolutely. They're the same guy at receiver, and Debo can do more things.
I mean, listen, if you don't think DK can do those things, that's a mistake.
Well, I don't know about lining up in the backfield. And all
I mean, buddy.
And by the way, the Seahawks are going to be so bad, they may need him to do all that.
They might. Actually, if you have or if you don't have DK in any dynasty league, today is the day to buy them. And the reason for that, listen, his value is probably going to be as low as it's ever. Or you can even wait a couple weeks with Drew Lock and Geno Smith, whoever is trying to throw him the ball. They're probably going to be a bottom 5 team. They're probably going to get one of these top quarterbacks coming out. And then you get a DK with a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young. It's pretty good. Could be Russell 2.0.
The Squirters offense owns Mac Jones and Joe Burrow. Go D's. Will the Packers offense be less effective with the loss of Devontae Adams? Of course. Yes.
I mean, technically, yes.
And do you think the Packers can make another run for the NFC Championship? No. I have the Vikings winning that division.
What if I told you they just signed Odell Beckham Jr.? Would that change your outlook at all?
No, would not change it at all. Not even a little bit.
Might persuade. But
do you think the Bucs have another shot at the Super Bowl with their below-average offensive line?
None of these are fantasy questions, you assholes. Get it together. This is a fantasy show.
Now, this man, he asked for engagement on the podcast. He gets engagement, then he bitches at the people. Just answer the question. I saw Jensen got hurt today. I never count out Tom Brady.
Never.
I mean, pointless. Like, right? You know, Eric Evans' brother, Hal Farrell of the Eagles. That's my Super Bowl sleeper.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean, if Jalen Hurts just improves 15% on like last year's numbers, health is obviously a huge key. I mean, there's no reason why this team shouldn't at least win the division. If they're healthy, that's the best team in the NFC.
Do you like A.J. Brown more this year in fantasy than you did last year?
No, I don't like him for fantasy. There's just not going to be enough volume. Like I don't think he's going to be a top 10 guy. Is he talent-wise a top 10 guy? Yeah, absolutely. But not with the difference between like Ryan Tannehill throwing the football and Jalen Hurts throwing the football last year is it's a big difference. So volume just won't be there. There's still Devontae Smith. They're going to run the ball so much. Goddard's awesome.
I like Miles Sanders this year.
I think, like, if you told me A.J. Brown, like, he's going to have a lot of those old school A.J. Green type games, you know, a lot of 3 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
I don't think it's going to be, 8 catches for 120. I don't see that happening often. So strictly because of volume, I'm not all in on A.J. Brown.
Jameis Winston, Kevin wants to know. He's the second highest odds for comeback player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably not. Who else is coming back? Technically,
Derrick Henry,
McCaffrey, and Henry. Yeah, so
Henry McCaffrey. Yeah, Henry's plus 750. I thought that's a good bet.
That is nice. Saints over 7.5. I think is my favorite over of the year. I love it.
I do like it too.
And we discussed it, Tuesday.
Yeah, so. The Panthers stink. The Falcons stink. Yeah.
You just got to win 3 out of 4.
Who's a late round quarterback sleeper to look for?
Well, we'll do that in 2 segments.
Who really runs this podcast, Eric or the gangster in the white? Me.
Okay. We are going to do some of your DFS outlook. When you're done with that, I'm going to do the BRA read, and then we will get into this other one. It's already been a half hour.
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
Yeah, and you don't want to engage with the chat.
That's what's taking so damn long.
Eric Evans hates the troops.
These are the pumper of the breakers.
Pumps of the brakes.
All right, so
I have a literal fan club for Pumps the Brakes.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, we're in here.
So let me ask you these questions because I consider myself year long pretty damn good at this fantasy stuff.
Yep.
I really think it's a lot easier to predict 16, now 17 games than one individual week.
Yep.
I could probably get within, 200 yards of Tyreek Hill's receiving total, but I don't have a damn clue what he's going to do week 4. No clue.
Right.
So when you are setting your lineups, what do you prefer first? Do you prefer these tournaments or do you just prefer cash games?
Yeah. So even when this guy's killing me. Eric Evans does not support the military. I agree. That's an all-time comment. I'm going to give me a shirt made that says Eric Evans does not support the military.
Dude, you can't do that nowadays.
Okay. What do I only play tournaments, just like when I play golf.
Okay.
I only play tournaments. I don't play any cash games. The reason being, if something happens to hit, I don't want to be in a cash game and it hits. And there's two different strategies for a cash game versus a tournament, right? Cash game, you just play whoever you want. You don't care about ownership, anything like that. Quarterback's 90% owned. Who cares, right? I'm just trying to double my money. So it's a little different. All I play is tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, just a tournament guy.
When you are setting your lineup, do you specifically look at percentages?
No, not specifically. But if I know, let's say, I don't know, $6,000 to $7,000 quarterback range, right, or $8,000, whatever the number might be, whatever the salary might be. If I've got 3 quarterbacks, right, let's just say, I don't know. It's hard to say because DraftKings has gotten smarter that they will now, tailor the strategy to the matchup. It used to be just like, who are the best quarterbacks? I don't care if they're playing the best defense in the league, whatever. So it's hard to say now. But if I've got 4 quarterbacks, right, all above 6,000, 7,000, whatever the number is, and 3 of them are very highly owned, I'm the kind of guy who will take the lower owned guy as long as the matchup isn't crazy, right? If he's playing the best defense in the league, I'm not doing it. Right. But I want to have some leverage, I'm not trying to play a 70% on Lamar against the Jaguars.
Right.
Because if he goes off, well, everybody has him.
Everybody has him.
I'd be like, okay, so you got to go find some value down the board. That by the same token, there's also a reason he is 70% on, right? Because he probably is going to go off.
Right.
But in my experience, I've had more success fading that chalk, right? Like, let me find some value down the board.
That was Jalen Hurts to start the year last year, by the way.
Yeah, he killed it on DraftKings. Yeah.
Now, are you specifically only worried about this for the quarterback position, or do you take it into account down the board?
Well, I do stacks. So, like if I picked Mac Jones,
right,
I'm taking Devontae Parker, I'm taking Jacoby Myers. Like I'm taking as many Patriots as I can. I think a common NFL stack is usually like 4. So, that's just what I do. If you look at the Millie makers, very rarely do you have a guy that's going to pick one guy from the Patriots, one guy from the Chargers, one guy from the Seahawks. Like, it just doesn't work like that, right? Because now you're like saying, I got to have 8 games or 7 games that just goes over the total. Everybody goes off. So when you look at those Millie makers, right, you're playing against 200, 300, 400,000 people. You really have to have that one oddball who just has the game of a life, right?
Right.
That's the kind of matchup you're trying to exploit.
Andrew, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I like the whole that I've done the daily fantasy, like just messing around a couple of times, but I just got to know that I just pick people from the same team, and obviously that's a good strategy. So I'm on the right track.
Yeah, and it's the same. It's really the same way football is the same way as baseball, right? Like if I'm going to play a baseball fantasy lineup, I think you get 7 guys. I really do mainly golf, but I still know about the others. So I'm going to play a baseball lineup. I've got 7 guys, right? I want to take a lineups like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6. Because if 1 and 2 get on, I want the guy that's going to drive them in, right? If 3 and 4 get on, I want the guy that's going to drive them in because you get credit for the RBI, for the hits, for the runs. You kind of like double, triple up. Football's the same way, right? If Tom Brady's throwing 3 touchdowns and I got Mike Evans, I'm doubling up, right? I'm getting 3 and 3 if Mike Evans catches all 3. So I mean, you can sit here and look across the board and go look back at these millie makers, and I guarantee you that over 80% are stacks.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Do you always build your team around the quarterback? Is that always the first matchup you're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. That's just me. I mean, now that's kind of a loaded question, right? If you have a team that like who was a horrible team in the secondary last year? I think the Browns were very bad in the secondary. Does that seem accurate?
Eagles were
terrible. That's right, Eagles. Let's do the Eagles because I know that for sure. So anytime the Eagles are playing against anybody with a pulse, I'm stacking them. Yeah. However, now by the same token, these stacks can get super chalky, right? Where these stacks are 40, 50, 60% owned, and it's like, okay, if I have them and they go off, I'm good, right? I just got to find the other pieces.
Right.
If I don't have them and I fade them and they don't go off, I'm in a great position.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't know. It's different because if you're saying I've got, the millie makers, they got $5, $10, $20, right? It's hard because you're playing against people that are going to max enter it, right? They're going to spend $3,000. They're going to put 150 teams in there.
So stupid.
Yeah, and you're going to try to single bullet. Your odds are not good, right?
Oh yeah, and listen, I get it.
Football is by far the hardest DFS. I do them all. I really haven't done any baseball this year, but football is by far the hardest.
The daily fantasy people on Twitter, they annoy the holy shit out of me.
Jesus.
Like, listen, yeah, you put in $5,000, you put in 328 lineups.
Oh yeah.
You hit one. Yeah. And you hit one and you won 100 G's. Like, that's awesome. It probably took a lot of fucking work to put all this money. Like, you put $5,000 in, that's awesome. You made 500 lineups. Like, I'm not impressed. Like, you're not some fantasy guru. You're some nerd with an algorithm that figured it out.
I agree.
Again, I wish I was that.
Yeah, they'll tell you that, that takes skill, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, it takes a lot more skill putting one lineup in and winning, right?
Yeah, a million times more.
Yeah, like you're going to do.
You have one shot to come in first place or 500 shots to come in first. Which one is harder?
Exactly.
I hate DFS fantasy Twitter. I fucking hate them.
They can be insufferable.
They are definitely insufferable. That is the great word to say. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna do this read. Take about 30 seconds, and then we will come back and we will give out our breakout quarterbacks. We'll talk about.
Let's see if the Mariners are on.
Oh boy, we'll talk about QB changes, how this will affect Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill. But first, today's episode is brought to you by the premier clothing brand choice for any outdoor enthusiast, Backroads Apparel. Whether you chase the migration, live life at full draw, or just enjoy going to the camp to crack cold ones with friends and family, Backroads has a design that fits your style. Represent the brand that prides themselves on being authentic and original. Head over to backroadsapparel.com and grab your gear today. Be sure to use promo code PTB during checkout to receive 10% off of your entire order. And again, that's backroadsapparel.com, promo code PTB. Every time I read this, Backroads has a design that fits your lifestyle is the trickiest combination of 7 words I've ever had to speak in the English language.
You've never been known for your intelligence. So.
All right.
Can we catch up on some questions or no?
Yeah, let's do that. Who would win in a fight? Derek, stop. This isn't.
Let the man ask a question. Serve the damn country. Derek Evans hates the truth.
He was doing push-ups in Portland, Oregon. Don't let him fool you.
Jesus Christ. All right, okay. Why do you keep asking Ham about his gambling but say you're good at it?
I literally replied to that there, and I said like my Twitter name is hashtag free fates. Like I'm the worst gambler on the planet. You have the worst luck on the planet. I am legitimately the worst gambler on the planet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How much money has Eric Evans lost gambling? Majority loss or win? Loss.
They're turning you up.
No, my mom's listening. I'm not doing that. My mom's listening.
Poor mother. Would Eric Evans rather serve in his country's military or lose 50 grand?
Well, I probably have already done one of those things.
Jesus.
And I'm not a manly man, so I'll let y'all figure out which one that might be.
Will Eric Evans and Andrew Stan Arnold come visit Will Nate and Tyler in Miami for a baseball game?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
We'll probably be there opening day. I'll be there opening day.
I'll go. When is it?
Let's go.
Let's go.
When is opening day? I'm in.
He's told me fall ball is in like October, and
first rookie wide receiver taken, Treylon Burks, huh?
That's you.
That's who I would take. Yeah.
No, I'm a Chris Olave guy, but again, I love
Olave too.
So
okay,
I wouldn't
Olave because James is just dumb enough just to let it rip.
So Drake London was the first one taken. He's like the consensus best rookie, and he's a freak. But Atlanta, Mariota, Ritter, no thanks.
Can I just like to say 1 second. If Derek Warner can send me a military flag, I'll put it right here. Right there.
There you go.
I support the troops.
Accountability.
American flag, his unit's flag, any flag, I will hang it right there because I support the troops. So
okay.
Thank you.
All right. We didn't talk about this pre-show. I didn't send you a message, but I do have just one simple question.
I got a flag coming.
Rapid fire here. Number one running back, Jonathan Taylor, yes? Yeah.
What about
C-Mac? Yeah, 1-1, yeah.
No, go ahead. What are you going to say? Yeah.
C-Mac or no?
Yeah. I mean, he's my number two, but the consensus, I'm just asking. Allen, you're number one quarterback, or you got Mahomes, Jackson, Herbert?
I've been on an Allen train for the past couple of years. I loved him last year. I love him this year. I think he's going to take it this year.
Yeah. Allen, Bills, Super Bowl favored, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree. Cup, Jefferson, Chase.
I like Jefferson because
one
he's
of
been
them
doing it
as the number one receiver, or can somebody else creep in?
I like Justin Jefferson this year just because I do think the Vikings have a better team, and I think Kirk Cousins is super slept on. So I think
this man's speaking my love language.
With the addition of Allen Robinson and everything, the weapons that they have up there, I don't think he's going to have the same production that he did last year.
Okay. I love the Vikings. I already told you that. I mean, yeah, Jefferson for me. Just stand for Kirk Cousins this year.
Yeah, I'm all in on Jamar Chase. That's my guy.
Okay, you know, Joe Burrow had to have his appendix taken out.
I did. I just saw that. Yeah,
I'd give him mine if he needed it, but
oh God,
if he needs an appendix, I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Tight end. Kelsey one more year.
What did you say?
Kelsey still tight end one.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more year, especially without Tyreek. I think that.
Good God, he may catch 130 balls.
He honestly, he might. And speaking of that, the QB change, Devontae Adams goes from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr, former college teammates at Fresno. Love that duo. And I just saw Justin Wren comment. I'm sure he will remember the time we were literally watching Fresno on a Saturday night, and I just told him those two, I'm in love with Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
Well, I'll tell you who's loved Derek Carr much longer than you have, and he was watching this podcast earlier.
Dude, we were all in on the Fresno train. I know exactly who. Yes, we were on that together. And obviously Tyreek Hill is going from Patrick Mahomes to Tua Tagovailoa. How does this affect them, and is it only going to affect them negatively? Because I have Ham, go ahead.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer to this question is that Hill is going to be the one affected the most, right?
Okay.
But like, I don't know. I kind of like Tua and Tyreek.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people keep saying it's going to be. I mean, so let's, Tyree gets open at, 60 yards on a streak. Yeah, Mahomes can throw at 70. What if he's open at 40? I mean, Tua can still throw that ball, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's not some huge deal. I don't know. I'm just obviously I think Carr and Adams is going to, but you know how I feel about Carr. Like, I'm a huge Carr guy. Like, I think Carr is criminally underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, yeah, I mean, Adams may take him to that next level. But the downside of that is his division is fucking stupid, right? I mean, their division's crazy. That division's awesome. That's going to be some great fucking football games. Like, I am all in watching that division, watching
on the AFC East.
Do what?
The AFC East?
The West?
Oh.
I'm talking about Carr and Adams.
Okay. I thought you were.
Well, that's going to be some games.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt about it. The best team.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. I mean, I'm really not down on either Adams or Hill. I kind of like them the same. I mean, I think Adams will have a better year, but I don't think it's going to crush Hill to be with Tua.
Yeah. What do you think, Andrew?
No, I agree. I don't really think it's going to hurt either one of them. But I think out of both of them, who do I think is going to have a better year? I think Adams, just because Carr they got less to play for. I think this is a big pressure year for Tua. I think Tua's got a lot on his shoulders. This is like make or break year.
Yep.
So I think there's more pressure on that end, which is why I think Adams and Carr are going to have a better year.
Yeah, well, I was more so just saying, like, do you think these two receivers' value change significantly because of the new quarterbacks? I think Carr and Adams are going to have the better year together as well. And I don't think this hurts either of their fantasy value.
No, I don't think so either.
Because now it's just going to be the volume game. Like, they're the guys. And I know Jalen Waddle is awesome, but he's not Tyreek Hill. Like, Tyreek Hill, they're just going to get peppered with targets.
I wouldn't shy away from either one of them.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And Justin Ryan asked, is Jalen Waddle's value up or down? I don't think it changes much. There's always that, okay, well, now he's going to be the option too. But but now shut up.
Is Eric Evans a draft dodger?
No.
People are asking.
I know.
People are asking.
So, yeah, I don't think this affects their value at all either.
No draft dodging over here. We support the troops.
And, in fact, Andrew, your next breakout quarterback is?
Tua. Yeah, I think this is where he takes the next step. I mean, this is where the hype comes. Everybody was hyped up about him coming out of Bama. You've had a couple of years to get adjusted. You have the weapons. Now you got to do it. But I think this is his year.
Yeah, I never understood why people were down on Tua so quickly. Like,
I was one of them.
He was one of the most polished quarterback prospects coming out in a decade. Like, people love his accuracy. It's like,
what do you mean you don't see why people were down on him?
After
Colin Cowherd was screaming about how much better he was than Burrow and all this stuff. You don't remember Tank for Tua? Yeah, the guy had all kind of hype around him. Of course, he came in and he wasn't very good. Yeah, people were down on him. Yeah, and then to watch Burrow come in and just do what he did, it's like, Tua sucks.
Well, Burrow also went first overall, so it's not like Burrow came out of nowhere.
Top 5?
Yeah,
it was Tank for Tua for what, a year, 2 years? The only reason Tua didn't go higher because he got hurt.
Right. That's exactly why I would say, he struggled. He was coming off that hip injury. That's not something a quarterback just normally can come right out of the game.
I'm out on Tua. So I don't know. I'm just out. I don't think that – I think that Hill will still get his 80, 90, but I'm out on Tua.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think Daniel Jones is going to have a better year than Tua?
Oh, yeah. 100%. I'm a huge Danny Dimes guy, though. I told you that. He cleans the turnovers up. He's a good quarterback. The guy fumbled 18,000 times last year.
Yeah, dude, quarterback fumbles are so overrated. When you're getting blindsided by these 300-pound.
Yeah, but a lot of his was not that. It's him running the ball, not knowing to tuck and get down and stuff like that. Right. Kind of goes back to the Lamar thing, right? Everybody wants to hail Lamar. Lamar's going to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. There are certain quarterbacks that know how not to get hit.
Lamar
Russell Wilson
literally never gets hit.
Yeah, they know how to avoid the big hits. So,
God, I love Lamar this year.
Yeah.
All right, man. Here's your
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance segment.
Yeah. I mean, you got Kyle Shanahan, dude. Debo's going to be back, I'm assuming. I mean, that to me, that feels like a match made in heaven, him and Shanahan.
Yep, I agree.
And I told you, I wanted to bet the Niners to win the Super Bowl, but I can't do it at 15-1. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, I mean, God bless. They're going to be good. They're going to be good.
I agree. And I never bought into the Mac Jones hype when they traded up to 3. And everybody was saying, oh, it could be Mac Jones. Like, no, that was Trey Lance 100%.
He does exactly what Shanahan wants to do.
The fit is
Shanahan's dream. He's literally Shanahan's favorite person.
Fit is too perfect.
That is literally a match made in heaven.
I had Trey Lance written down too, just in case nobody said him. That's obviously the easy answer.
Can we consider Mac a breakout if he throws for 3,800 yards?
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you think he's going to be as good as what it sounds like you think they're going to be,
I'm all on the Patriots offense. Yeah.
I'm a Justin Fields guy. I love Justin Fields. I said I would have taken him over Trevor Lawrence.
Over Lawrence?
Oh yeah, I said that the whole draft process. I'd rather.
Holy cow!
And I'm not going to back away from that now.
Wow.
Now I might be wrong this time next year, but yeah, I'm not trying away from that comment. The only thing that scares me with Fields, they have done nothing to help him out offensively.
Who do they have?
Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet. That's honestly might be the worst group of receivers in the NFL.
He's got no chance.
Nothing.
The Bears are awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, fantasy purposes, rushing the ball, it counts. Not only does it doesn't count the same, it counts more than passing. I'm not saying he's going to be Lamar or even Jalen Hurts in the rushing category, but if he can sneak 600 yards in, I was so pissed that they let Allen Robinson go.
So you don't win the Mega Millions.
But yeah, I love Justin Fields. Have for years. We got anybody else? Ashton's not buying Tua.
Tua stinks. Would Eric Evans spare $1 for a homeless veteran? Probably not. Kevin Mega Millions.
Money to spare. I'm broke. I'm the brokest man on this podcast. That's
who won the presidential election in 2024? Donald Trump.
You heard it here first.
If I was just betting, that's who I'd bet. I have bet on the presidential election, by the way.
God bless. Yeah. All right, we're coming to the end of the show. We got to stop this madness. What do you guys think the hardest thing to do in sports is?
Oof.
Like, are we talking like breaking a record, or like just simply the hardest?
That was the question that I was
hardest. Yes, the hardest 1 feat to do.
So a record, like, what is the hardest thing to do?
The hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
100%. I agree. Yeah, 100%. 1-on-1.
Yeah,
for sure.
And nothing was close to it.
Not close.
No.
Yeah.
Sandy Alcantara throws 101. The ball runs 18 inches.
Yeah, good luck.
And he does it so effortlessly.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like, there's nothing to do.
That's always the one people that don't play baseball are like, oh, I can play baseball.
Yeah.
No.
Alcantara could go up there and like throw 50% and K every guy that I know, including myself.
Yes, you think that's going out on a limb saying that?
No, I'm just saying, like Andrew was saying, like, oh, I ain't that, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Like but you know guys that say that. They're like,
I know. They're fucking idiots. It's without question the hardest thing.
Here's the better question, since we all agree on that.
All right, I got 2 more.
Okay,
I got a list.
Go ahead.
The second thing, which I also think is a no-brainer, is playing quarter and like reading a defense.
I disagree with that. There has been pure morons play quarterback that can read a defense.
how long? Well, anyway. How long would it take me to watch film to like be able to know that the corner is blitzing and the linebacker is going to go into the flat and the safety is going to cover the receiver? Like
perfect case in point about this is Jared Goff. McVay called every audible in the headset. The headset shuts off at 15 seconds on the play clock. He called every audible and every check through the headset.
Right.
Goff can't call an audible now with Detroit.
That's the hardest. That's a hard thing to do.
I get that is true. You're right.
That's exactly my point.
You're right.
And then my third one is returning a serve in tennis.
That's a good one.
Those fucking things are coming at you at $1.20.
Fucking Keyros is serving at 140 miles per hour. By the way, I was
not far away from that person.
Jacob Fisher had me watching a Wimbledon. Guy hits a serve.
Tennis.
Guy hits a serve at Keyros, 127 miles per hour. Hits a serve, it's a fault, right? It's out. Keyros catches it like that with his hand. Like these guys' hand-eye coordination, that's just stupid. That's just dumb.
He just palmed it.
Yes, 127. He just threw his hand up and goes, and just flipped it off to the side.
That is.
I have never. What are Eric Evans' pronouns? What question?
I'm gonna have to get this kid off the fucking podcast.
Yeah, no, he is. We need to bring him on. He needs to be on live. Absolutely. Here's a question. What do you think the biggest gap between pro sports and amateur sports are? What sport?
Golf. There's
Andrew?
two answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's case in point when you see the amateurs play in the pro tournaments, and they're just, so far out of contention. Lucky to even make the cut. So, yeah. I would agree.
I've got two, so go ahead. What was your second one?
Basketball.
Not really, though, because like a guy can just get lucky and make like 6 threes and score 20 points.
Dude, if you see like some of these G League dudes like in a gym, like at
but are those amateurs?
Yeah, but like Jeremy Lin came up and like that could happen, right? So I think the biggest gap is golf, obviously. Yeah. The best guy at your local club who's scratch or he shoots 2-3 under, he couldn't shoot 85 at a tour event. He would be maybe 90. He might be lucky to crack 90 at a tour event.
Yeah,
like at the Rocket Mortgage. Yeah. And then if you ever watch the difference between college baseball and pro baseball, the gap is ginormous. The amount of ground the outfielders cover in Major League Baseball is fucking stupid. The amount of ground they cover in the infield is fucking stupid. It's dumb. Like they make plays that would be like highlights in college in their back pocket. It's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be like my two. Golf would, of course,
it's definitely one. And like you said, like I know a lot of golfers that are good. They shoot low 70s.
Right.
But that's at, like you said, the local club from the Blues. That's
take them to Copperhead, put them on the back tees with Sunday pins and the fairways and the rough. Yeah. And let's see. I bet they couldn't crack 90. It was hilarious. I'll never forget last year, it's 2 years ago at Memorial. The course got real baked out. Rahm shot like 501. Well, on Saturday, he shot like 300. He was only like one of 2 people under par. And he was like, he's like, the best 4 local guys at your club could have scrambled me today and I'd have beat him. And golf Twitter like blew up. Oh, no way. Like, hey, ain't no way. And I'm like, this guy's the best fucking player in the world. Like, what does he have to gain by saying that? He was the only man under par for the whole damn fucking round.
Yeah, I couldn't fathom. We asked, what was that story you read on Twitter about Augusta? You could drop the ball on the green.
Oh, yeah, that was Lee Trevino that said that. Lee Trevino said he could let an amateur golfer put the ball on the green. I'm sorry, let me take that back. He said he could put their ball on the green in certain spots, and he could go back to the tees and tee off, and he would beat them. That's how hard the greens are there. He said there would be some holes they would never be able to putt out. Like, think about that. Those guys are fucking good. Even the guys who aren't good are fucking good.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. Even the guys that aren't that good are so fucking good.
Trey Mullinax shows up to your local muni. He's shooting 58. He's breaking the course record, like no doubt. Michael
we were complaining about Lansbrook today, Eric.
Huh?
Unbelievable. I said we were complaining about Lansbrook today.
Oh, dude. They had one pin that was literally like on a hill. I was like, what are you doing that to us for? It doesn't make any sense. They're never going to get the ball close to that fucking pin. Ever.
It doesn't help no matter where the pin is. But yeah, agreed.
It didn't matter today. We got any other questions?
Can we go with I thought we were going to do Touch Tunes bangers.
Oh, you want to do that too? Let's go. Yeah. I was going to say that for
another crew in here.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got the
Let
crew
the
here. Let's
whole
do it. Touch tune banger number 1. Andrew, go.
Texas back, Justin Timberlake.
Well, JT right off the bat.
Yep.
No brainer.
Yep.
Ham?
2 dozen roses. Shenandoah. No doubt.
All right. Now, I took this specifically.
Oh, here we go.
You got to read your room, okay?
Read the room.
You got to read the room.
Are you at TNT or are you in fucking cuck-ass Florida?
See, if I'm at TNT, I'm not playing this song.
Yeah, of course not. You get your ass whipped.
But if I'm at Styx in Palm Harbor and I know those motherfuckers, I'm playing the thong song by yes.
Oh.
It is. I kid, it's undefeated. I kid you not. Everybody.
The thong song?
Every time, dude. It's my go-to.
That's so bad.
And actually, it's tied for 2. Shout out Britt Bratt, Who Let the Dogs Out. Banger. I mean, that gets it flowing.
Can I time out? Ashton, I guarantee you, Eric Evans has never even known. He doesn't even know who Reba McEntire is.
She had her own TV show.
You never watched Reba?
Yeah, he knows it from the TV show. Exactly.
You never watched it?
Hey, we have a question from somebody that we don't know. This is interesting.
Under the rest.
Is this team good? 12-team, half PPR. 3 wide receivers. He's got Tom Brady, Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, Devontae Adams, T. Higgins. I'm assuming Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin, Zach Ertz. His bench is Trey Lance, Kenneth Walker, James Robinson, Sky Moore, Devontae Parker. Yeah, 12 teams. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got Brady. You got the upside of Lance, which I don't love having 2 quarterbacks, but those are 2 good ones to have. Hopefully you can trade Lance. I love Mixon. Like we said, Miles Sanders should be awesome with a running quarterback. I love those.
Put Parker in your starting lineup.
T. Higgins is one of my favorite receivers in the league. Call him back. See, that's a good one, Kevin. But
why is T. Higgins?
I can't play that here.
Eric Evans says the most crazy things.
Why is T. Higgins what?
One of your favorite receivers in the league.
I like him
because he's tall and fast. As if we're going back to
I mean, I am a sucker for tall and fast. I am.
If you're tall and fast, you call Eric Evans. And he will fucking get you a job.
Well, I'm a secret Bengals fan. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Okay.
Much too young to feel this damn old. That's a Touch Tunes banger.
Don't Stop Believing by Train.
It was under duress.
This Derek Warner, I want him on this podcast.
He's the odd one.
He is making a lot of sense. He's almost making too much sense. It's scary. I almost think that's one of my burners, and I'm typing it, but I'm not.
I mean, honest to God, how is Mark and Kathy, by the way?
Does Thomas come back and make this? No, I'm a full fade of Michael Thomas this year.
Yeah, no, that's why I like Olave so much.
Yeah, that is actually a good point. I'm not a Michael Thomas guy, but I do like Jameis.
I mean, he's gonna help the team. If anything, it'll make Olave's job much easier.
Not really. Yeah, but Olave,
Olave's filthy.
By the way, comeback player of the year is basically a quarterback award. So just go find a quarterback.
Yeah. So
plus 500 makes a lot of sense.
The girl that does the betting on ESPN, like the segments, Erin Nolan, who shout out Birds fan from up north. She said 14 of the last 16 years it's been a quarterback.
Yeah, that's a quarterback, just like MVP. That's a quarterback award.
Yeah.
So you can kind of look through. I mean, I love James to win it. I really do. I know he's the second favorite, but my God, Saints stunk without him.
Yeah, they did. I don't even know what other quarterback would be in the running
for comeback player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really that many.
That's a good point. I know it was Henry, Jameis, McCaffrey.
It has to be one of them.
Thomas was in the top 6. Shit, it may just be Jameis.
Right.
This might be one of those bets where we say, "Oh, let's take Jameis," and then we don't do it, and it hits, and we're like, "Why didn't we do it?"
Well, yeah, it's too obvious. All right, fellas, are we done here? We got anything else? Any last thoughts?
I wouldn't mind seeing some more questions, but this podcast room is rolling over here.
Oh no! How many? All right, I have a question for you.
Okay.
How many Tito's and Powerades did you have today?
This is my 4th one.
Oh. Are they doubles?
It's maybe 1-6.
Hmm.
I'm sure my wife is going to put a nixnay to that, but we'll see.
Okay. Andrew, how many White Claws did you have on the course today?
I only had one. Responsible. I'm a responsible person. I only had 2.
2? That's it?
2.
You're a liar.
They were quick. But only 2.
Of course, Birdie 18 had a shotgun one right before we left.
Oh, the third one. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Kevin, did you shotgun a beer today?
That's a great question. Do it. Eric Evans, you've been drinking all day and got the nerve to ask me how many I've had.
Oh, I only had the 3 claws on the course, and then I got 2 in here. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, full transparency for golf, I put a live bet on Webb Simpson today.
Okay.
Ooh.
Andrew, why hasn't Derek received an invite to your wedding?
It's in the mail.
It's in the
I
mail.
just don't know where you live, dude. You got to send me the address.
I'm sending him. He's going to send me some flags and shit. I can't wait.
All right, another question. When are we booking that Biloxi trip?
I'm already booked.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is my invitation in the mail?
I'll go. Huh?
Is my invitation in the mail?
I'm not going to babysit you and get you a fucking room. I'll get your own room.
I don't want you.
Are you going to bring your golf clubs?
Is we staying at Bo?
I'm staying at Scarlet Pearl.
Okay.
Are you going to bring your clubs or what?
No chance. Last time I brought my clubs to Biloxi, Mississippi, I didn't see them for 6 weeks. Or a year and 6 weeks.
What happened?
Well, if you must know,
okay,
we went and played some golf.
Yep.
Had a couple pals there.
Oh, it was a great time.
You actually drove. You drove us. What are the odds?
I did.
And we play 18 holes.
One of our friends threw his shoes out the window.
Oh, I was getting to that.
Hey, remember we saw Brett Favre.
We saw Brett Favre on the driving range at the turn. And leave the course. You said our friend's shoes stunk so bad.
I couldn't
and
smell
you know what he did? Rolled down the window. Gone.
I said you gotta throw them out the window. I can't deal with this. I didn't say that. I said your shoes smell like shit. He literally just goes, roll the window down and chunked them.
He just threw them out the fucking window.
Yeah, when you're rich like these, it doesn't matter.
The best part of that story, those were his only sneakers. All he had was boots. He said he only brought 1 pair of jeans. He had to wear the pair of jeans the whole week.
Oops.
So then somebody in the middle of the night decided they had to go home.
Yeah, well, I had a family emergency.
We were supposed to stay for 12 more hours. And
12 more hours.
And sure enough, my golf clubs were in the back of his car when he left in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and I was going to
we all just got a picture message on our phone, and it's a selfie. He's like, I got to go. And we look at each other. We're like, what the fuck are clubs?
I had Deeze's clubs.
Oh, yeah, you had the whole club. You had everyone.
He's also called me the next day and said, hey, man, I forgot where I parked. I said, well, you're in the parking garage. Just hit your beeper until you find your car. You know what he said? He said, "Do not get off this phone with me till I find it." I said, "I'm fucking in Louisiana. What am I going to do if you can't find? There's nothing I can do."
So he tried to leave early, and I stayed in the room. I took a nap. I waited, and I still had time to do all that stuff and pack. And by the time I went down to my car, he's still floating around trying to find his.
That's amazing. You had your own car, but you're getting on to me for not taking care of your clothes.
That was the time. So that was like my first road trip in my beloved Jeep. And I got there, no problems.
Okay.
Well, besides the fact that I had
lost a man.
An extra hour.
He's back.
No, let's go. But that was the first time where my check engine light came on. So that was the beginning of me blowing my motor. Minus $5,500.
What about that time you lost your keys?
Which time?
Wow.
Why are 5 people still watching this? What is wrong with you guys?
I think I'm still on. You got to be a fucking vagrant to still be watching.
Oh my gosh!
Search history. Go.
This was fun.
I'm getting off because I'm about to message the military man because I'm gonna have these flags here next.
Thank you for tuning in. This was fun. We will be back. Do you really want to do Mailbag Monday? Like what? I try and do that first thing in the morning. Can you do that, or do I need to wait till 3?
Why can't you wait till 3? Get more questions.
I can. I'm just asking.
Yeah, let's do. Let's do it Monday morning.
Yeah, what time is it?
I'm actually gonna be in Florida next week.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be in Destin.
You know, I thought about going to see Josh at Floribama. Almost went.
You should go see him at Floribama. We'll stop in Destin. I'll actually be doing like some real work, so don't come.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate y'all having me.